Alright, I did this video and I called it Peter Schiff Gets Fired in question mark. And a lot of individuals maybe took it the wrong way. All I was trying to illustrate was that the assets under management for Schiff decreased over the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, assuming that I was looking at the right information, right? I mean, I couldn't fact check some of this information, but looking around, these numbers did make sense. Looking at the total AUM from 2007, 2008 to right now. Anyways, long story short, I had negative feedback on some websites, if you look at the comments, and some interesting comments that I'm surprised about why people would actually make. And this comment was actually really quite interesting. Brother Jonathan, what do I think? I think you're an ignorant idiot. Gambling in a rigged stock market is foolish. Gold and silver have been money for several thousand years. If you don't have any, then food and shelter very likely will be hard to come by before long. Your choice. Believe the idiots of the world or listen to those who know. So when I read these type of comments, I'm thinking to myself, have these people seen some of my older videos? Or maybe a video or two before this where I stated that, hey, I just bought some silver, right? I don't think it's the bottom. It may not necessarily be the bottom, but I liked it at that price. I only bought 10 ounces of physical silver within the last 2 years until that, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday where I bought physical silver. And I don't think some people that are watching my videos, maybe some new guys, don't understand the fact that I also criticize this overinflated stock market via the Bank of Japan and the central bank here in the United States, the Federal Reserve. And I go on the SGT report, which actually does cover my work from time to time, and some of the comments are quite interesting as well. Dude, obviously you have some problem with Peter Schiff. He's heavy in the gold mining sector and it's been hammered. Get over it. And then another individual says, mate, I don't know who you are, but mainstream media guys like you, I'm a mainstream media guy all of a sudden, okay, frustrate me to the core. Wake up, buddy. And then he goes on. And let's look at this. Some guy wrote in caps, Schiff is not wrong, the market is rigged and everyone knows it, and you know it too. It won't last very much longer, and then Schiff will be right again. And then another person writes, as far as I know from the name Alt Investors Hangout, this is Rahul. Rahul hanging out, bro. Rahul is a fool. He's a chode. Just skip his videos. He's a waste of time. So why am I looking that over here? It seems that channels like mine, where, hey, I've been talking about silver for maybe 2.5 years, a little more than that, I'm getting attacked just for explaining how Peter Schiff's AUM from a few years ago has decreased based on the information that I'm looking at. And on the other end, which I find quite interesting, right, is I go on the news unit. This is actually from a few months ago. So I see this. This is from the other end, though. I mean, the other comments here on the SGT report, they're mainly, actually, I probably agree with their economics, right, about the Austrian school, whatever. But I'm getting attacked from them. And then on the other end, let's look at this. News unit, right? So I interviewed one of my friends, and this goes, experts Rahul and this Jason Barak are at it again. The Pumpers and Sons of Liberty gang is going out in full force, probably being dispatched by the likes of SGT Bull 07, Brother John F, and others again. I don't trust them as they are likely futures traders with inside information. I'm a futures trader with inside information? I'm a freaking accountant, right? I had the choice of going into the financial markets in 2008, but what I decided to do was I decided to go into the accounting profession. Why? Because I felt that that industry was more stable rather than going to work downtown Chicago, which I did have interviews, but I chose to go the accounting route. But interesting. Look how this ends here. Developing. Oh boy. So on one end, I'm a futures trader being dispatched by SGT Bull 07 and Brother John F, who does not play my work anymore. Right after that interview I did with him in May 2001, look at the comments between he and Silver Futurist, right? And then you had other individuals comment in there as well. I don't think that individual Tacos Manereros was on my channel. I think he had another username at that time before he switched to that. So if he was there, I think that would have added more spice to the comment section over there. So if you look at all of this, I see the emotions again are getting to the point where I saw last year in April, June of 2013, where people are just, how should I say it, not losing their mind, but you could say that it's on the, not in the fringe, but there seems to be a lot more tension again. Alright, and now I'm at Gregory Mannarino's YouTube channel, and I'm not attacking him in any way, shape, or form. But what I'm saying is now he's gone to a pay format. One of the reasons he said is that to avoid the trolls, racists, etc., right? So it seems that a lot of people are turning against him, right? Former silver stackers or silver stackers are going against him, and then if you want to look at some of the videos he's commenting on, he's getting into huge arguments with that, and that's pretty interesting. Let's look at this. Alright, so I'm looking over here, this one video, and apparently Greg was going back and forth with individuals that usually make critique videos of him, right? So that's really interesting to note that Gregory Mannarino's going on these channels not attacking, just getting to debates with these individuals, and also he's turning into a pay format. Once again, not attacking him whatsoever. So trying to analyze all of this information here, just looking at the emotions, right? I have other individuals, if you listen to what they're saying, is that some of these silver retailers are getting hammered now, right? No one's buying, they're frustrated with prices. So if you look at the exact opposite from 2011, where there were many individuals that wanted to buy silver at 50, right? And no one really wanted to buy the stock market, right? What you now see is the stock market has gone up in a straight line, while gold and silver have gone down in a straight line. And I'm going to show you this one emotional chart over here, right? So I was talking about $50 silver in 2011, right? So that's euphoria here, right? Buy silver crash JP Morgan, right? And ever since then, it's been going down, down, down. Anxiety, denial, fear, desperation, panic. So if you want to look at the cycle, right, if you want to look at it from a longer term perspective, you're not talking about 1 to 2 years, you're talking about, hey, it could be maybe 10, 15, 20 years, right? And you're looking at a way to preserve wealth over time, right? And this is not the only way to preserve wealth. I believe that the stock market over a long period of time, even though it's rigged, if you get in and out at the right times, you could preserve your wealth as long as you make those right buy and sell moves. So let me get this clear. You could use this chart for the stock market as well. Okay? So yeah, based on what I've been looking at, analyzing from an unbiased perspective, even though I would consider myself a silver stacker, right? I'd say right now we're in the desperation and panic stage. That doesn't mean that we've seen a bottom, right? That doesn't mean that I'm guaranteeing any prices. It's just looking at it from this chart over here. Where do I see the stock market? Well, I see the stock market between thrill and euphoria, right? I think the smart trade, I can't recommend, once again, people to make any decisions, is that if you're in the stock market, right, it wouldn't hurt to take some chips off the table and go into some cash, right? But once again, that's between you and your financial broker, or you and what you believe in, right? So this is what I see happening with the physical, right? Silver physical markets right now. Anyways, guys, tell me what you think's going on with the silver emotions on YouTube, elsewhere. It just seems that there's so many people throwing in the towel. We have seen miners bottom though, right? The miners seemed to bottom in December of last year, but we shall see now whether that was a true bottom, because who knows how low it could go, right? Alright, thanks for listening to me. I'll talk to you later. Bye.